Hey folks, Jer here on this, the 3rd of November with your Leeds news. Hope everyone has had a good week so far and looking forward to the weekend. Housekeeping stuff, if you want to support the channel, you can by just subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. That will do everything we need you to do. There's a little bit of news floating around, bits and pieces, nothing concrete, so we'll move into it just before press conference and stuff later on this week. So we'll start off with players that have been linked with Leeds, and Boulaye Dia, the Salernitana striker who is currently on loan at the Serie A side from the Liga side Villarreal, has been linked with Leeds. The striker has 5 goals in 11 games for Salernitana and has been linked with a move to Leeds. About £14 million is what is being touted. He does have 5 goals in 25 appearances for Villarreal as well, and he has 3 goals in his last 14 international matches for Senegal. Striker is being linked with Leeds. Not sure this is the striker Leeds really will go after. His goal tally seems to be quite low, considering what Leeds probably need right now from number 9. Nottingham Forest and West Ham are also said to be having a good look at the player as well and be interested. So I'm interested to see what happens there. Forwards that keep being linked with Leeds, and hopefully this is one that we actually do make a move for. Noah Okafor, the Red Bull Salzburg forward, has been linked again with Leeds. He's been talking a little bit about moving away from Red Bull Salzburg this week. Arsenal have said to have joined the race to sign the striker along with AC Milan and Leeds. Tough group to be in there, try and get him. He has 3 goals in 6 Champions League appearances this season and 6 goals in 12 Austrian Bundesliga appearances this season. So said to cost between 30 and 35 million. He was asked about a move. He was talking about AC Milan, about how big a club it is and how grand the history that club has and what would be interested in move there. But he also then said that if you look at the Premier League or La Liga or Serie A, all these leagues have their own credentials and have their own stories and reasons why somebody would want to leave. He is said to be leaving the club at the end of this season. That's because his contract will expire in 2024 and Red Bull Salzburg will be selling the player prior to him being able to negotiate a free transfer, move away from our pre-contract agreement with anybody. So that's what's happening with Noah Okafor. So fingers crossed we can get nip in on that one, because he's a good player. He's had a really good Champions League this year, scored some belters. Been very, very good. Players that things have not gone very, very good for. Matthias Bogutz has been... Information been floating around this morning about him. Hasn't gone well for him at UD Ibiza this time around. Last time he was there before his cruciate knee ligament injury, he had a fantastic start to his time there. Sadly, he has yet to start a game for the club and has only played 90 minutes in total off the bench in all of his minutes so far this season. He is out of contract with Leeds this coming summer, and Leeds are now in a situation where they will either offer him a new deal soon or they could look to let him leave in January to avoid him going on a completely free deal. It's a shame. It's a player that showed a huge amount of potential when he came into Leeds. He's just been cursed by injuries, and he's not on his own. That Ian Pavade, another player struggling at Blackpool now as well, also not getting minutes, and he's in that same boat as well, where contract's expiring and injuries have kind of halted his progress a little bit. It's a shame. I like Matthias Bogutz. I thought he may be our natural successor to Pablo at some point down the line. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Players that have started to improve things. Charlie Creswell has got another 90 minutes under his belt for Millwall this week, playing the full 90 in a 0-0 draw with Birmingham City. Millwall sit just outside the playoffs in the Championship. They're only 2 points away from 6th position and have been dipping in and out of the playoffs so far this season. Charlie's come back in the last 2 games, 2 good performances as well by Millwall as well. So he will be happy with another clean sheet under his belt. Well done, Charlie. Nice to see you back in the team. Danny Mills speaking this week on TalkSport about Patrick Bamford, and he's saying that Leeds may be in a situation where they need to move on from Patrick Bamford. They said that although the player is well liked at the club and has had a good time at Leeds, you've got to start looking at the amount of chances he's given up versus the amount of goals he's actually contributing. He said that Leeds should be getting more from Bamford than they are, and that if you look at his 17-goal season and you look at all of his seasons all up, the 17-goal Premier League season is starting to look like maybe a one-off. Maybe. But heading into the Spurs game in a couple of weeks' time, Spurs have had some bad news. They've got a couple of injuries. Hallberg and Kane are walking the yellow card tightrope. Both are 1 yellow card away from a suspension, which would see them miss the Leeds game. And Son Heung-min has, unfortunately, seems to have fractured his eye socket, his left eye socket, in the Champions League game during the week, and will require surgery on that. It hasn't said whether it would rule him out of the World Cup in 3.5 weeks' time, but it does look like he will miss the Leeds match. He has to get surgery. He'll probably wear some sort of a brace on his face if he can play, but it looks like the Leeds game will be too soon for him. So fingers crossed for Leeds. Kane picks up a yellow card the weekend. That's him out of the game as well. It's no Son Heung-min, no Harry Kane. Gives us a great chance. So yeah, that's it. So we're looking at moving into the Bournemouth game this weekend. See if we get on. We need 3 points in that game. The press conference will be, I'm not sure if it's today or later on tomorrow. I haven't seen it. We're playing Saturday, so today's Thursday. So yeah, it'll be Thursday today. We'll have the press conference later today. It'll be interesting to see what Jesse has to say. I hope it's a similar press conference. I hope he doesn't do what he did 2 weeks ago and goes back to what he did against Liverpool. You know, don't tell them the team. Don't tell them what players are fit and injured. You know, feel free to play your head games. Go for it. Go for it. Don't give it away. We need a big performance on Saturday. Huge performance, 3 o'clock on Saturday. So, also be interested. We'll do the preview tomorrow once we hear Jesse's press conference. And interested to see what you guys all think about the game. Like, is it a must win? Is it? Do we need to bring 3 points in from Liverpool into this game? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. I personally think we need to get 3 points from this. 6 points from those last 2 games would be huge going into the Spurs game. So there you go, folks. Quite enough one this morning. I will be back tomorrow with the match preview along with the news for tomorrow as well. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you then. Bye.